Well, it's definitely a busy weekend in sports for local teams.
Yeah, winners and losers locally and nationally. Gabrielle DeLuca joins us now to tell us what was going on.
That's right, there was a lot going on this weekend. The Athens Bulldogs wrestling team pulled together to win the latest Tri-Valley Conference wrestling title. The Dogs earned 470 points in the tournament, which was held at Vinton High School. Since the team joined the league 3 years ago, they have been victorious ever since. Two Bulldogs in particular, Caleb Covington and Tyler Jackson, both won individual championships. Although the Bulldogs won the title, the Nelsonville York Buckeyes won most league championships, but came in second overall. The Bulldogs are in the fighting spirit with all of their sports lately. The boys basketball team had a strong win over Meigs this weekend. The win came after the return of one of the Bulldogs' central players. Athens MidDay reporter Jim Griffith has the story.
A crowded gymnasium, an electric crowd, and a win for the Athens High Bulldogs this weekend. The Bulldogs' 61-46 victory over the Meigs Marauders was won with teamwork. But the Bulldogs are sure happy to have one specific team member back on the court. That team member is Devon Sharp.
He's probably the best athlete as a junior in our school by far. And 4 weeks ago, he broke his foot in the Alexander game.
But now Devon Sharp has returned and will be using his speed and great footwork to help the Athens Bulldogs.
I think that we had more energy tonight than what we've had. We played with a little more sense of a purpose. I know we lost a few games in a row, and we were down a little bit, and Devon Sharp coming back tonight gave us a nice lift. Well, teams guard us differently when he's out there, and you can't pressure us, and you can't extend your defense, or he'll get around you and make a play.
The Bulldogs are looking forward to this weekend's game against Alexander, a longtime rival. Reporting for Athens MidDay, I'm Jim Griffith.
The Bulldogs will host the Alexander Spartans this Friday at 8 p.m. Devon Sharp is expected to play in that game. The Ohio softball team did not get off to a great start in Texas this past weekend. The Lady Bobcats were invited to the Houston Hilton Plaza Invitational, but unfortunately did not have a good showing. After losing to Southern Illinois and Houston, the Bobcats continued their losing streak with the number 11 ranked team, Michigan. Although the Bobcats were able to pull out a win against Stephen F. Austin University, the team has another tournament this weekend in South Carolina. OSU basketball did not have the same luck they had been used to when they played Wisconsin this weekend. It is an all too familiar story for the university after remembering the OSU football team also losing their #1 seed to the Badgers this past season. OSU All-Star Jared Sullinger was denied by Wisconsin defense and barely got a shot off in the first 6 minutes of the game. Even in the second half, Sullinger was unable to get a field goal for the first 13 minutes. Although the Buckeyes lost, their statistics were not that bad. They shot over 50% from the field and 88% from the foul line. There was another loss this weekend, but this one may have been a bit more predictable for some fans. The Cavs allowed the Washington Wizards to earn their first road game of the season. Washington started out with a 25-point lead in the third quarter and were able to fight through a Cleveland comeback. Although it was a high-scoring game for the Cavs, they still managed to lose by 15 points to the Wizards. The final score was 115-100. The Cavs are scheduled to play the Lakers on Wednesday at home. A big hockey brawl leaves 3 players suspended and the New York Islanders with a $100,000 fine. New York forwards Trevor Gillies is suspended for 9 games and Matt Martin for 4 after a violent fight with the Pittsburgh Penguins. Later on in the game, there was another fight between Penguins goalie Brent Johnson and New York's Michael Haley. Pittsburgh player Eric Goddard was punished by the NHL for leaving the bench to assist Haley against the Islander. Pittsburgh Penguin owner Mario Lemieux has openly talked about his disgust for what happened during the game. The NFL has lost one of its most dedicated fans. Bob Cook, the man who has never missed a Super Bowl until this year, has died. Cook was one of the only 4 members who belonged to the Never Missed a Super Bowl club. In fact, Cook and the other club members were recently featured in a Visa commercial. During his lifetime, he went to 44 of the last 45 Super Bowls. Cook was a dedicated Packers fan, but sadly was unable to attend this year's Super Bowl. He was 79 years old and passed away from a blood infection. Cristiano Ronaldo could possibly be announcing a huge decision in the near future. Ronaldo's agent has said that there is a big possibility that the soccer star will be retiring. There was a press conference this afternoon at the team's headquarters, but no further details about what the meeting is about have been released. Last week, Brazil fans blamed Ronaldo for losing a tournament and went on to damage the player's car. Ronaldo says the fans' violence are making him reconsider his career.
One of the greats in soccer. Thank you, Gabriella, for the sports.
Sure.